Good evening, it's Mr. Logue here. New maths lesson. This time we're using ratio to solve word problems. If we remember from class how we can increase in multiples of a ratio if we just add multiples of each side of the ratio on, side by side, we've increased by multiples of the ratio. Okay, let's have a look at the first problem. 5 light blue water bottles weigh the same as 2 dark blue water bottles. If 8 dark blue water bottles weigh as much as something water bottles, 5 light blue water bottles and 8 dark blue water bottles weigh 6 kilograms. Find the mass of a light blue water bottle in grams. If you'd like to try and solve that, you should pause the video now. I'm going to swap to the visualizer and we can solve this one together. So pause now if you want to solve it on your own. Keep watching if you want to go to the visualizer. Right, okay, let's write down the key facts that we know. So, we know that 5 light blue water bottles weigh as much as 2 dark blue water bottles. There's our ratio. We also know that 5 light blue water bottles and 8 dark blue water bottles weigh 6 kilograms. Just doing that wrong. The answer needs to be in grams, so we're going to need to convert 6 kilograms to grams. 1 kilogram is 1,000 grams, so 6 kilograms is 6,000 grams. Now's the part where we're going to need to increase in multiples of the ratio. So increase 5, increase by 2, increase by 5, increase by 2, increase by 5, increase by 2. And when we get to this point, we can see that 8 dark blue water bottles, and that's what we have as a fact that we know. So we know that if they didn't buy the 8 dark blue water bottles, they could have bought 20 light blues, because the ratio is the same. So let's imagine that they bought the 5 light blue and the equivalent of 20 light blue. 5 plus 20 equals 25. So now we know that 25 could be the amount of bottles. So if we share 6,000 between 25, we will know how much one light blue water bottle was. 6,000 divided by 25. 25 into 6 we can't do. 25 into 60 goes twice, because 2 times 25 is 50. That will leave us with 10 left over. 25 is into 100. Well, 4 times 25 is 100. So 100 divided by 25 must be 4. And 25 into 0 is 0. So, one light blue water bottle must weigh 240 grams. Here comes the second problem. Charles wants to make 20 identical squares and 12 identical equilateral triangles using wire. He has made 12 squares and 9 triangles using 6 meters of wire. The length of wire used for 3 squares is the same as that for 4 triangles. find the total length of wire Charles needs to make all 20 squares and 12 triangles. Like before, if you want to have a go, now is the time to pause. I'll shortly swap to the visualizer to solve this using ratios. Pause now. Right, so as we go to the visualizer, let's write down that first fact. 3 squares is the same as 4 triangles. So, squares, triangles. 3 squares to 4 triangles. The next fact that will help us is that he's made 12 squares and 9 triangles using 6 meters of wire. So 12 squares and 9 triangles uses 6 meters of wire. Like before, we're going to need to convert the 6 meters of wire into centimeters. So 1 meter is 100 centimeters. So 6 meters must be 600 centimeters. Let's do the step that we did before, increasing these by multiples of each side of the ratio. 3 add another 3 is 6. 4 add another 4 is 8. 6 add another 3 is 9. 8 add another 4 is 12. 9 add another 3 is 12. 12 add another 4 is 16. And when we get to this point, we can see that this matches up to this. 12 squares. So, if Charles had used the wire just to make triangles, instead of 12 squares, he would have had enough wire to make 16 triangles. So those 16 triangles, plus the 9 triangles he actually did make, 16 plus 9 is 25. Now we can use this information to find out how much it takes to make the one triangle. 600 divided by 25. 25 into 6 we can't do. 25 into 60. Well, 2 times 25 is 50. That will leave us 10 left over. 25 into 100, 4. So every triangle is 24 centimeters of wire. The next thing we need to do is we need to work out how much wire it takes to make a square. And to do that, we can multiply by this side of the ratio and divide by this side of the ratio. 24 times 4, 4 times 4, 16, 4 times 2 is 8, plus that 1 is 9. So 4 triangles would be 96 centimeters. And that would be the same amount of wire it would take to make 3 squares. So let's use that now to work out how much 1 square is by sharing 96 by 3. 96 divided by 3. 9 divided by 3 is 3. 6 divided by 3 is 2. So to make 1 square, 32 centimeters. The final 2 steps in this are to find out how much it takes to make 20 squares and 12 triangles. So we need to multiply each of the things we found out by 20. Sorry, we need to multiply 32 by 20 and 24 by 12 and add them together. We're multiplying by 0 here, so I'm going to miss out that step and just put the place value holder in. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 3 is 6. 640 centimeters to make the squares. Onto the triangles. 2 times 4 is 8. 2 times 2 is 4. Place value holder in. 1 times 4 is 4. 1 times 2 is 2. Didn't leave myself much room to do this adding. 8 plus 0 is 8. 4 plus 4 is 8. And 2 on its own. So 640 and 288. 640 and 288. 0 plus 8 is 8. 4 plus 8, 12. 1 plus 6, 7. Plus 2, 9. So it will take 928 centimetres to make 20 squares and 12 triangles. Let's move on to one final question before your independent ones. Okay, anybody thirsty? Let's read this one. Okay, 3 cans of lemonade is equal to that of 2 bottles of cola. The volume of 9 lemonade cans and 8 cola bottles is 6.3 litres, and we need to complete that table. Same as before, if you want to solve it on your own, pause now. I will switch to the visualizer and we'll write down the key facts that we know. Okay, so lemonades and colas. So 3 lemonades is the same as 2 colas. The volume of 9 lemonades and 8 colas is 6.3 litres. As with the previous two, at this step we need to convert 6.3 litres into millilitres. Well, 1 litre is 1,000 millilitres, so 6.3 litres is equal to 6,300 millilitres. Now over to here, increase in multiples of the ratio. 3 add another 3 is 6, 2 add another 2 is 4, 6 add another 3 is 9, 4 add another 2 is 6, and already we're at the point where we've got 9 litres here and 9 litres here. Hypothetically, if it wasn't 9 litres of lemonade, it would be equal to 6 colas. If it wasn't 9 lemonade, it would be 6 colas. So take that 6, add it to this 8, and that is 14. Now to find out how much 1 cola is in litres, 6,300 divided by 14. 14s into 6 we can't do. 14s into 63 is 4 times, that's 56, with 7 left over. 14s into 70 is 5 times, 14s into 0 is 0. So 1 cola is 450 millilitres. Now to find out how much a lemonade is, we need to use this ratio. So that says 2 colas. So 2 times 450, 450 plus 450 is 900. Divide it by that side of the ratio. 3's into 9, 3 times. 3's into 0 is 0, 3's into 0 is 0. So a lemonade is 300 millilitres. And the final part on the table wants to know a cola plus a lemonade. Well, that's 450 plus 300, so that should make 750 millilitres. All done. How did you do? There are 2 questions here for you to have a go at this time. I'll leave them up on the screen. Pause the video now, have a go at solving them using this multiples of ratio method, or you could swap to a bar model method if you prefer that. Okay, pause the video now, solve them. Answers coming up in a moment. Here come the answers. Hopefully you enjoyed this lesson, and leave me some comments or feedback If there's anything you want me to go over or suggested improvements, let me know. Bye for now.